Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it just like that. I don't even know.
I don't even know. I already saw you press it. I just don't know how to turn it off.
So I thought I'd start anything off. This always start off things anyway.
I'm professional as hell.
Yeah, I mean, this is how often do you people get to watch an unprofessional mukbang? Like most times when you watch mukbangs, they're in a room. They done got a whole bunch of food, like way too much food for people. Normally they spread all over hopefully clean counter.
Well then.
This ain't the case here.
No.
There's no we got Zaxby's. These two bent me for about 30 minutes to get them food, only for them to go there and get a salad.
An hour.
Don't act like they sound that good as shit. And it was an hour.
Only for them to go there and get a salad.
I have to eat right.
Bitch, you got your food for free. Shut up.
Yeah, there's ride for free.
I'll for gas money.
I ain't got it yet.
You ain't asked for it.
Well.
So
you ain't pulled up at no gas station yet, so
I did have a topic.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
No, this is what happened. Guys, from this topic, yesterday. So, peep game. I was scrolling my not safe for work Twitter.
Oh God.
Your what?
Not safe for work Twitter.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be bad. Did Willie pop up a few times?
No. So first of all, to explain not safe for work Twitter, it's a bunch of people who occasionally get horny, but really they just have regular opinions and have pronouns in their name, in their bio.
People are opening up Pandora's box. That's what I call it.
And they also tend to get
You want some Zax sauce?
I got some.
Well, just here.
You could just.
Just take it.
These people also tend to have opinions or get upset. I think that you don't need to get upset about. Not to work Twitter is very sensitive.
So basically, just a bunch of horny people
So we're
on
sensitive
Twitter
about their bodies, but post their bodies on Twitter anyway.
That, or sometimes they just have opinions that just kind of make zero sense.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say this one had zero sense, but I saw it and I got confused. So, this woman of Asian descent was going on about how in anime and just in general, the Ahegawa face is racist.
The what?
Okay, so put your phone out.
I ain't got time to be searching for this cue.
Where's my phone?
You had your phone, you asked me. You were watching the video.
I know.
Why can't you have pictures up? Why you gotta make us go?
Because I'm recording off my phone styles. I don't got two phones.
Not my problem.
I lost my phone. We were not prepared. Aww.
Oh, my shit dead.
I probably just heard something hit the floor.
Oh, wait. I remember.
I just heard something heavy hit the floor.
Oh, that was my phone.
No, I remember my phone fell in here. Okay.
First time, open your Google. Yeah, open your Google search.
Go ahead.
Basically, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show this on camera. That is Ahegawa face. Based from anime porn mostly.
Okay.
It's basically a sex face.
Why didn't you just say that?
Exactly.
Because the term I got was important for the narration of what I'm trying to get into, what I'm about to get into.
Okay.
So she said it was racist.
How is that racist?
Apparently, how she put it? Actually, I don't know why it's racist. In fact, how about this? Pull up the link out, the second link I sent you, because I didn't know how it was racist originally until I had to look up an article.
Damaging to. Okay, well, if it'll load.
I'll read it.
Okay.
As soon as it comes up. It was a full article. And apparently this has been an issue for like a year. Technically.
Is it gonna come up? Here, you hold it.
If not, I'll Google search it again, because that's how I found this. That's how I found this link on Google.
It looks like you might have to Google.
We're Googling it. You pull that up. Right here. Perfect. This is the first one that popped up. And it's loading. It's loading anyway.
Well, go on to say how what you got from it.
What I got from it is apparently, because I want to read it verbatim, but I can't remember bits and pieces. Apparently, the audio face was made back in the 1980s or 1960s. Nobody really knows when. And it was based, and the face originated from this article, at least, of doujinshi, which is anime porn manga, of a 12-year-old girl, hear me out, who thinks something happened to where she needed to make money for her family, and some carnival dude took advantage of her. Shit goes left.
How is this racist?
See, I'm just trying to figure that out. That's why I want to pull up the article, because that's what they said. Then someone took that. There's tweets in here too that I really want to talk about. It's an article. They took that face, and a lot of people said that face makes it seem like Japanese women are submissive and things of that nature. And they find it racist that majority of Caucasian women are making this face. Does anyone here know Belle Delphine?
Yes.
She makes that face a lot.
Yes.
Now she said, well, you should. So apparently a lot of people of Asian descent, specifically Japanese women, are looking at that woman and yelling colonizer. Which I was confused, because I still don't know why it's racist.
I don't see why. I can see why it might damage the image that guys have of Asian women.
Let's see if it pops up eventually.
It ain't. But, however, it's just like saying, when you go on Pornhub and you Google big booty Latinas, I mean, not all Latinas are big booty or with big tits, and it's the same concept. It's not
natural.
I don't think it's racist. I just think that it damages the image of a woman.
So
here's so it's more. I don't know the right word.
So
I guess
I got it because it was in the comments of the article. So first, here's the two Twitter threads that I remember seeing. One of them, which was on the side, that said something. I hope that's not important. One was on the side where that was saying, in her youth, she had this Asian woman had a stepbrother who was Caucasian. Took advantage of her. Showed her that face and said, "Can you make this silly face?" And I was like, first of all, I don't think that's racist. I think, first of all, that dude's just a
predator.
Yes. And I think think because of that experience, you're traumatized, understandably so. But now you're associating that face with the fact that you're also Asian, and he wanted you to make that face while he was doing that things to you. Don't think it's racist, but I think you also like association. So now you think bad things. You think that word that will get us blocked on YouTube with that face. Still wrong.
No,
don't think it's racist.
I just think it damages how, I guess, people see certain groups. Like, people associate that face with Asian women in porn, you know.
Yes.
With Hispanics and Latino women, big breast, big ass. Same thing with black women, you know. It just damages an image of a woman rather than it being racist.
Right. Here's another one.
Not all Hispanics are big booties. Same thing as not all black women are big bootied either.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Asian women don't look like that. Correct.
Here's another tweet. I really wish I could read these verbatim. I believe another tweet in the article was another Asian woman, when she was younger, she was groomed by this old racist Caucasian male. Mm-hmm. Apparently, everything in a tweet you said that he was the type of people who he didn't want to do anything with other races because he wanted his bloodline to be quote unquote pure. Mm-hmm. At the same time, he was grooming this girl, even though she was Asian, calling her Yellow Princess and all that stuff. But she also followed up said, and she said that he would watch lolly hentai and just regular real life versions of that as well. But she said he never made her do that face. But she assumed that if he knew about the face, then he would make her do it. The issue with that is, she started off through saying he had watched that stuff. And anyone who watches hentai, the Ahagawa face is in like 50 to 60% of all hentai. So, if he watched it, he would, and he was attracted to it, he would know about it and want you to do it. Which, again, it's wrong he did it to you. Grooming is not okay. But, I had a train of thought, I lost it. Grooming is not okay.
It's just,
but now she's associating a face that she was never made to do, but she's associating it with what other people have gone through and taking that into her own story when she was never made to do that in the first place. She shouldn't have, but she never made to do that to begin with. So, and then someone in the comments said it perfectly. They said it's not racist, but it's more sexist towards Japanese women than racist.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. It's sexist. Those kind of things, idealizations of, certain cultures and sex faces, it's just sexist. It's not racism. Racism and sexism are different in the sense that, both are damaging.
Yes.
And wrong.
and very wrong.
And we stopped.
Yes. However, racism and what these women are talking about are completely different. They're both wrong. I just think you're using the wrong word to describe what that is.
Right. Now, and I was gonna, when I think racist, I think being racist is being racist to an entire group
of,
not just half,
an ethnicity group.
Yes, not just half of that ethnicity. So you see the police coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just half that. You got nothing on you, right? He knows what I'm talking to. Joy. It's like half, being racist towards half. If you're gonna be racist, you gotta be, I think the term racist, you gotta be racist to the whole group, not just half of the gender. Then that brought up a question that I want to ask. Because they think it's racist, but it's really sexist. And I know it's not, because there's also, if you go through and look at tweets of that, there's other Asian women who say that face isn't racist and other stuff. So it's kind of split. The question is, what are some things in culture that seem racist but really isn't racist? That a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's racist," and then you look at it, it's like, from a logical point of view, it's like, that's not racist. A lot of times you're using that excuse, or it's something else.
That is a very hard topic to cover, because I can say one thing, but somebody else can think of it another way, such as hairstyles, clothing, just even eating foods. And so people take what some people think are appreciation and turning it into, oh, that's appropriation.
Here's an example. Caucasian men with dreadlocks. I don't think that's racist. Some people look at it and say that's racist, and I don't think that's racist. That's our hairstyle. I think it's just a hairstyle. I know it's our hairstyle, but if they want, and Caucasian people, normally their hair is not good enough to lock it anyway. So think of it two ways. They like our hairstyle. They want to be able to do our hairstyle. Ooh, you can't gatekeep a culture. But at the same time, you also gotta think, you should know, as a black person, their hair is gonna get messed up, or else they're not gonna have it in that long. It's gonna get messed up anyway.
Yeah, because they don't have the texture to hold that hairstyle. So
even if you have an issue with it, think about this: if you have dreadlocks, yours is gonna last a lot longer than theirs. And if you decide to cut yours off, you can grow yours back. Theirs is going to take forever to grow back, considering all the stuff they had to put in their hair to even line that. If it even
grows back at that point.
If it even does grow back.
Well, in my case, like, if I'm going to cut my hair right now, and all I got to do is just, like, wait till it grow back again. And then if I kept these locks, I could just, like, pay someone to, like, braid them back in as if I never lost them. Yeah. Like, I'm wearing my own weave.
Yeah. And see, I can't do that with my hair because, I mean, though my hair may hold it longer than somebody that's Caucasian, it's still not going to look as good, nor last as long as y'all's hair do. But it's not even just that. It's more of, for me personally, I don't think appropriation is a thing, because it's either they're mocking a culture, so it's racism in my eyes, or they're trying to appreciate and understand a culture. So I think appropriation is a word a lot of people use as an in-between. I just don't think, like, appropriation is used as somebody, I feel like it's unknowingly being racist, but I don't think people can unknowingly be racist. You're either racist or you're not. Right?
No, some races can be taught.
Racism can be taught, but how are you unknowingly racist?
I said you're unknowingly racist if you say a stereotype.
But at that point, it's not just appropriation; it's just racism.
No, like
Call it what it is.
Like for example, there's a lot of people in the world who have probably never met a black man in person.
Mm-hmm.
So all they know of is what they see on TV. That's not them being racist. That's literally them not knowing.
Yeah.
That's why I say you're not racist. You're being taught a stereotype, but then when you meet someone in person, you're like, oh, that's not it at all.
I'm not talking about the stereotype. I'm talking about them doing like a hairstyle or wearing a piece of clothing. It's either you're mocking or you're just appreciating something.
That's it. That's what I said. Some people some just don't know that is wrong.
And then on that part, it's not their fault. It's the media's fault, really, because they're stereotyping certain people.
For example, here's to say like some people it's get confusing. Have either of y'all heard that Who I Smoke song?
What?
There's a song by four people from Jacksonville. They're in a gang. 4 niggas in Jacksonville.
No, I've never heard it.
No.
They basically made a song dissing the other gang by due to the Making My Way Downtown beat, if you know that song.
Oh, okay.
To that beat, there was a catchy song, but the chorus basically goes, "Who I smoke," and then they say a dead person's name. Then who I smoke, another dead person's name. Who I smoke, another dead person's name. Now, as a black man, I automatically know you don't say a dead person's name disrespectfully like that. Especially because you're basically welcoming violence.
Mm-hmm.
There are Caucasian men out there, or even there's some black men in general who just live in a certain area who don't know you're not supposed to say a dead man's name, especially if they were killed by the people who are saying their name. And you have to explain to them, like, hey, it's not cool. You don't do that.
Yeah. Or
there was a video that came out a few months ago where Caucasian dude, he's a reseller of shoes. But what he did was he went into, I think he went to some city in California, walked and took a ladder up to the power lines to where a lot of people hang shoes up there, took them down and sold them. Now, if he did any sort of research, people hang shoes up there like a memorial for someone who died, and they throw their shoes up there like that.
Yeah. He
didn't know that. In fact, in the video, he thought, oh, people throw shoes up there all the time and they're important, so I'm going to bring them down some. He didn't know that that's something important.
And at that point, it's not called appropriation. It's called just ignorance. You just don't know.
Now, is it ignorance or is it?
Yeah, ignorance is lacking of knowledge.
Now, because there's no such thing as.
Sounds like more like reckless to me.
There's no such thing that black people do, which is called gatekeeping. Mm-hmm. Which is when other people outside of race ask us as black people, hey, what does this mean? They'll either say, oh, you won't get it, you're not our culture, or they'll tell you to look it up instead of explaining what the meaning is behind it.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot where someone be like, even if they're talking about like, hey, we're trying to be on your side, we support you, and they'll say, no, we don't want you anyway, when they're openly trying to support you. Like,
And then people like that, I'm not, because that's, and you're going to find that in every culture. It's not just in black cultures. People need to do better, especially when somebody wants to know, especially somebody outside wants to get a better understanding of what our culture is and what certain things mean. Instead of saying, you're not going to get it, you're not part of this culture, don't even try it, explain it to them, because they're just trying to help out by understanding where we come from and things like that. And I think it's better even in the long run, because then you don't have so many ignorant people. You don't have people like, I guess not being racist, but doing something unknowingly, such as what you were talking about, guy pulling down shoes from the power line, things like that. And because, for instance, when people want to know about the Day of the Dead, or what certain Hispanic cultures do, or what things mean, and foods like that, why it's important, I explain it to them. I get excited explaining about my culture, because I get to share a bit of that with somebody else that doesn't know about it.
Styles, do you know why our culture just gatekeeps? Like, at all? Because as a culture, even though we want people to understand us, we do a terrible job of trying to get people to understand us.
I really don't know. I guess it's because, like, we always have somebody, you know. Okay, yes, it's a good thing to, like, seek out culture and expand your knowledge or whatever, like, keep it alive, to, like, pass on the knowledge and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But some people really, you know, it's been proven through history, like, when it comes to us, we it's our culture that's been copied the most, or altered the most.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's why we're kind of gatekeeping. Like, that's why we don't unintentionally mean to gatekeep. Like, we don't mean to do it, but, like, we're sensitive about it, you know?
And
like,
that's rightfully understandable, because, I mean, you have people, you have a black person going into work with dreadlocks and say that looks unprofessional, but a white person goes in and it's not unprofessional, it's different.
Perfect example, like he's not a bad example. I'm not using him as a bad example. I'm just using it as a, like, because, like, it's proven that he's been done this before. Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm.
He took black music and made it more enjoyable for white people, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of altered it a little bit. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but, like, he's known from doing that. But, you know, Elvis Presley wouldn't be Elvis Presley without black culture, I guess. I don't know.
Now, that would be okay if he thanked black culture to begin with.
Yeah.
Now, if I say, hey, Elvis, listen to this music, and he says, oh, it sounds cool, I'm going to try it, I will say, go right ahead. Because now, if he appreciates the culture, now he'll take it. He has his own fan base. He can show that fan base. And there's a good chance a lot of that fan base is going to be like, oh, where did this music come from? Come back to where it originated came from. And now he has fans. And now we have fans.
Another thing I want to point out, since we're going to go there about race.
If he did. I don't know if he did or not.
There you go. Cutting me off again.
You could have kept going. All I said was one sentence.
Go ahead, Styles.
Another thing is, since we're going to talk about racist, and on that topic, it's been proven when it comes to us black people, we've been painted, like, our image has been painted, like, still to this day, our image has been painted the wrong way. Still in the wrong way. Like, our ancestors was taken and forced to be brought in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get. It's just history itself is just so damn confusing that it's just happening all over again.
This whole topic is confusing. It's very. It's not black
what
or
makes
white.
it even more frustrating is that it's not getting better anytime soon. Like, it's either getting worse one day, better one day, just to go back in the middle, and just for the balance scales to tip again. And it just makes you wonder, will it ever end? Like, is there even a purpose of looking if this is gonna end or not? Because there's always gonna be someone who's gonna like have that same ideal thought and keep that rotten, hateful thought of racism alive. And
there's one way to do it.
What can we do about it?
There's one way we can do it, and that's for the people who have those strong opinions and want to get their voice across or actually do something. Don't just do it for social media. If you go on social media, if you go on posts like that and go to social media, there's a bunch of people in the comment section screaming Black Lives Matter, I will do this, I'll do this, but they never do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how like most of it like they paint us out to be thugs or criminals and shit like that. But when you actually do see a black person or a person of color or minority with money and power, they're intimidated. But yet they still look down on you and try to bring you down and this, that, and the third. And it's just not fair.
And
like, it makes me wonder, what would it be like if it was reversed?
And I wanted to also jump on that, going off on another thing, that when they see people of a minority, like with money or anything, the people of that same race, just not, on the same pay grade, I guess you could say, they say, oh, now you're acting white. Like, why do you guys feel like you have to bring down your own people when you see them actually going somewhere? Y'all notice that a lot too?
About social media, they do it a lot on social media.
Yeah, y'all are acting white now. How is that acting white?
First, I would say there's no such thing as acting white.
Exactly.
When COVID,
it's called acting proper.
I don't even think it's that.
No,
I think that's just. I don't know. I think that's just
raising your. Why do you feel like why do y'all have the need to say that when you see somebody in your own race doing good? I thought, you guys are all out here support black business, support this Hispanic business, support this business, and then once they finally get somewhere, oh, y'all are acting white now.
Black people have a tendency not only to not be accountable, but also, definitely not support black business if it
doesn't benefit them.
For example, you can go for a black woman to want extensions or weave, whatever they want in their hair. They will never go to a black-owned business, only because their first thought is, why would I go to a black-owned business where I can get this hair for $60 when there's an Asian woman 20 minutes the opposite direction who sells the same hair for $20? That's a lot where the thought process is. If it's to save money, cool, but if you have the money, why? And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, because that same Asian woman, she probably there's a chance, because depending on what country she came from, that she had it worse than we did. She can be here trying to make a living, just like your one black business owner is. But if you want to scream Black Lives Matter, support your business, even if it costs you an extra $40. I'm not gonna say if you don't want. I mean, if you don't need it, then that's understandable. But if you know you need something, and your local mom and pop store, black-owned business, is selling it, but you're gonna go somewhere else because it's cheaper, you're not helping the issue at all. In fact, you're hurting the issue because eventually that person, that one person is gonna remember who came to their store, and that's the issue. And then they get big, and they act accordingly. Getting big, getting money, that's just acting accordingly. You get a certain level of money, you act like the money you have. There are other people who never supported you in the first place, never did anything for you in the first place. Now they see that you done made up, especially without their help. But they're gonna say, "Well, I was here for you this and this and this and this," and that black person's gonna think, and unfortunately, it's gonna come off the wrong way. But their first thought's gonna be, "You were not there. You weren't with me shooting in the gym." But I think just because, as a coach, just because we say the same skin tone, automatically on the same team, even if you weren't there in the first place. Honestly, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing. If I get big, and I remember who helped me get big, and there's a certain group of black people who say, "Well, we helped you get there," I'm like, "No, you didn't. It was this bisexual black man. It was this Hispanic white man who's in the army now." That's me what I think of who helped me get there, not y'all. Now, if y'all help me get there on the way there, cool, I'll do that. And I'll still say Black Lives Matter regardless, but I'll remember who helped me get to that fame in the first place. That's the black people. Black people are loyal, and they're loyal to whoever helps them.
Amen.
Yep.
If you don't help them, but then try and claim you did,
or show disloyalty in any way, shape, or form, but they've been nothing but loyal to you.
Exactly, and then that same group of people who were never there in the first place turn around and say those things about that one person who did make it big, not realizing you didn't help me at all.
So
example, when Lil Wayne always said that Wayne always said that when he was younger and he accidentally shot himself, he would have died if it wasn't for the one Caucasian cop that helped him. And he remembered seeing a bunch of black officers and black cops run over his body continuously. So when he said something like, "I don't see Caucasian cops as bad," it's because he has a first-hand experience of people of his own race running over his body, and the one cop that helped him was Caucasian.
Mm-hmm.
Did he take it a little too far? Maybe, but he has a set reason for that. If it was a black cop that helped him, I don't think it's why. That's just something you remember. You remember who saved your life. If you're in life or death situation, you remember who saved your life.
Exactly, and that's wired into his brain because that's his trauma.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but just this whole thing is not black or white. It's more of a gray area, gray subject to talk about because, like I said, it's more of somebody's own personal feelings, their own associations, and their own experiences with it. So, for somebody, something can be appropriation, something can be racist, and other people, it couldn't be. For instance, those Asian women, they're saying it's racist. It's not for us outsiders. we don't see it as racist. We see it more as that's just being sexist. So it's just, I guess, based on experience, really. Speak.
To be a live subject, and since we're gonna bring it back up, lighten the mood. I don't know how much it's gonna lighten the mood, but I thought about this. Styles, you're in this community. Tell me if I'm tripping.
Oh dear gosh.
You good?
Yeah.
You don't look.
Nah,
I'm stuck.
I'm not. I don't even know if this applies, Styles. I'm just confused about this issue. Putting pronouns in their bio.
What do you mean?
When people put
his, him.
Yes.
I don't know, Q. Why do you always gotta ask Google every question you have about
you wanna
pride?
know why I don't
take it to me?
First of all, I don't even know if it's pride, but I just haven't noticed that.
Well, it is.
A lot of them are
pride.
It is because, and honestly, I think they put it there just so that other people visiting their page know what pronouns they want to be called.
Now I get that part. I definitely understand that, especially like I said, if I'm on for Twitter and I see a pronoun in there, I'm like, okay, not what I'm looking for.
And I don't use them, so why are you asking me about it? All you see is my name.
Yeah. I only have this one. I only have the question. That's not particularly towards you, Styles. I happen to see this too. There's a woman I was following on that Twitter,
Jesus,
who asked a question because she is a woman. I think she has she, they in her Bible. She's a woman. And yes, she asked, would it be okay if she put he, they in her bio, even though she has no plans at all to become a man in the first place?
I think so, because some people just don't want to transition, don't have the money to transition. And so instead of trying to scrape for money or anything like that, they just associate themselves with that gender. Biologically, they're one gender, but they feel more at home with another gender, or maybe no gender at all.
Now I can get that, but now my question is, if you honestly feel that way, why not change?
Because I just said they might not have the money, or people just are different, or they have certain things. There's many different reasons why, I guess you could say.
Like when I say I'm not trying to, like if you want to be called that, cool, I'll do it. I'm always gonna question.
Well, then that's
why
you would have to ask that specific person, because, like I said, they have a lot of different reasons.
I think they gave reasons I haven't forgotten, but that's one of the questions. Not the y'all two in particular, to general public, as to.
So I guess that's a question to you guys. If you
decide to transition, cool. I would also ask why, and I'm sure a bunch of people have different reasons. And a lot of people ask why, and a lot of people take, when you ask them why, as like this.
Personal. It's personal. That's why they take offense to it. Because you never know.
And if they say it's personal, I'll be like, cool, I'll back off.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I would like to. Part of me, if I want to know more, that's when we get back to gatekeeping. Part of me want to know more about your mindset as to why you would want to.
Yeah, but some people aren't very open about sharing that. Like,
and I'll be okay. Yeah. I'm okay with people not being open about it. If you're not open about it, not ready to talk about it, cool.
And why you need to know, honestly?
So
why you want to know the mindset?
So Styles,
that's another thing I really don't get, because when it comes to no, I'm not talking about you in general. I'm just talking about like when it comes to the LGBTQI plus community and shit like that, and homophobia and transphobic and shit like that, when it comes to like when it comes to heterosexual men, it's mainly y'all who be making like jokes or want to like making signs and signals that y'all want to be part of the community or y'all are a part of the community on the DL. And I really don't get that. Like, it's like y'all saying, oh no, I never do shit like that, or y'all quit to scream the F word, or this, that, and the third. But y'all be the main ones like making gay jokes and this, that, and the third 99% of the fucking time. And there's a whole lot of y'all who are trade in DL. I don't know if you're gonna mute me or censor me out when I use these words, but there's a whole lot of y'all who are like that, who are either obviously y'all know what a trade is, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what a trade is?
Mm-mm.
A trade person is, you know what? We're gonna Urban Dictionary this shit.
Oh boy.
Now, while you're looking it up, Now, when I ask questions, I ask questions because I like knowledge. I want to know.
I was about to be petty. I was about to whisper a name in your ear. That's a perfect example. That's a trade.
Please, I'm not trying to edit out names. I'm really not trying to edit this at all. When I say I want, like, I'll text you. I like, you know, you can't ask me how many times I've just asked her random questions just to see where mine's at. Like, I'll ask them, like, where was your mind at when you wanted to?
Trade.
Or if you didn't want to?
Trey, a young, hyper-masculine-looking gay man, usually black or Latino in urban contexts. Trey typically dressed in urban clothing and played to the thug stereotype. The term trade originated from the notion that these men were only gay for pay. Thus the word trade sex for money.
No, so then just say gay for
it's
pay.
more like gay
for profit.
Then that's not. Then, oh god.
But that's what the description sound like. Now here's the question of, that's what the description sound like. Where was I wrong there? That's literally what it sounded like. That's why I don't like trusting Google that much, because they'll give you a description, but then when you ask someone in the community, it actually means something totally different.
I'm lost.
That's why I ask questions.
I'm tired.
Now, if Styles were to say he doesn't want to answer the question, we'll move on to the next topic. The floor is yours.
Because sometimes I don't know that fucking answer. Like, you think I know everything about the LGBTQIA+ community. Just because I'm a part of it.
No, then not.
Stereotypical much?
It's not stereotypical. I mean, he just doesn't know because he's not part of it.
Then ask fucking Google. Don't ask me.
We just asked Urban Dictionary what you got off Google, and we tried
I have a personal definition of a trade, but I just can't say it because I don't know if I'm right.
Okay, well,
but from what I've seen, he's a trade. The signs clearly say he's a trade.
Okay.
And when I say I don't like, again, like I said before, you gave us a definition. Me and Yasmin tried to understand the definition, and you said we were wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong. What?
When you said a trade, someone who does stuff for money on a down low.
Like what I'm saying is that some of them don't do it for money. Some just do it on the down low.
Okay, because that you said for money, and that's why I immediately thought
some people
gay for profit.
Some do it for money, some don't.
Okay.
In denial?
Deny in the closet? What would you say?
Not in the closet.
Denial, exploring, that's what the Q stands for. Questioning, queer. I don't know. I don't know their story, but maybe they're gonna come out. Maybe they're gonna be in denial. I don't know. But one thing,
this is an open discussion. Not talking to you, Stops, just to the camera.
I don't get it. Like, when it comes to DL guys, like, y'all wanna get on these apps, dating apps, and like flirt and draw people who are actually in the community, but be on some fake shit. Like, I don't get it. Like,
damn, you've been having a lot of problems?
No, I'm bringing it all to the table. I'm just speaking facts here. Like, I'm just calling how I see.
So Styles be on dating apps.
Hell, fuck, no.
If y'all want to date Styles, he's on dating apps.
Hell, fuck, no.
Look him up on Grind.
Styles, come back.
See?
He used the G word, and I hate him for it.
Nah.
Delete that. Dead ass.
So you have a terrible issue, like bad. What's the word I'm looking for?
Experience.
Thank you. With that application.
No, I never used that application. That's another stereotype.
The app?
No, and I just said I am not on a dating app. I'm just saying I'm calling it how I see it.
Yeah, I was hearing you say that. That's when Yazmy said find them on dating apps. We were joking. That's why I
take it too far, honestly.
So you on eHarmony now?
No,
See?
eHarmony doesn't even exist.
See, now we keep going. Now I can say you want Christian mingle.
Does it look like I want to date? Who can handle me? Nobody.
God, hopefully. Hopefully.
So you try to get on Christian Mingle?
Nah, they all those Christian girls. There's two types of Christian girls. If that was the case,
my grandmother would still be alive.
Two types of Christian girls. One that are gonna wait for marriage, or they're undercover hoe, and I don't want either one of them. Nope.
You've had both?
No, but I don't want either one of them. From what I've seen, why would I want an undercover hoe? Because that means that means you could have fucked anybody. I decided to be here. I am more than just a piece of meat.
You have dated undercover hoes.
From y'all perspective. That's just because y'all.
Bitch, we tried to tell you the fuck.
We tried. We warned you.
Bitch,
we warned you.
We had a whole big ass red flag, but she gave you pink shades.
Oh well. That's funny.
I need to get another vape because you just ooh. I'm sorry, it really did piss me off in a way, and I'm trying everything in my power not to retaliate and attack through my words. See, I'm holding it back. I really want to do it.
Oh, please, use your words so
I'm not going to do it because I value friendship.
Huh?
I value friendship, and it's the cancer in me. I'm that loyal. Like, I really want to cuss your ass out, but I'm not going to do it.
Please do. I can take it.
No children.
No, I can take.
No children. Shut up.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with words, especially with me saying your opinion. I would not want to silence you from holding your opinion back. Especially since I want to know your opinion as to why I can't say it.
No.
I don't know why I can't go. That one word, I know why I can't go there. As for this app, which I don't
even mention it.
I wasn't. Which I don't even know if it's real or not. To be 100% honest with you,
it is real.
Grindr is real.
She can say it, but I can't.
Well, I'm not directing it at him.
Fair enough. What exactly is the issue with?
There's not an issue. It's just
not for you. Just from what you've seen. Not for you in particular.
Well, a lot of people use it just for like one night stands,
taking advantage.
Yeah,
scams.
Those trades that you were talking about before.
Yes. And that's fucking dangerous.
Yeah, why do you think I don't be on dating apps either? Understandable. In fact,
sexual diseases are still a thing, people.
You gotta not think about it. Being on a homosexual dating app would be a lot worse. Because someone will be on there saying, you can find a homophobe on there, an extreme one that kind of wants to.
No, you'll never know who might be a homophobe.
That too. That would kind of want to do harm to someone who is of that community and would use that app. Was kind of weird. No, like, why would you're so homophobic that you want to use it?
Why are you giving people out here ideas?
People are crazy. I would be surprised if no one has done that already.
We're only doing.
They probably have.
And I'm more so saying why. Like, I'm also questioning the mindset of you're so homophobic that you use a. What's a proper word I can use here for that application?
Just an app. A lot of members of that community use.
You would use that application, even though you're so much against the app. You use that application. Do you understand how weird y'all people are?
You can say the
We're
app.
Jumping around here
just don't
on
apply
a lot
it to me. Is what I'm saying.
I like throwing tops at the wall, see what sticks, Jasmine.
Sometimes I wish it could go back and write. Oh my god, I can't even get my words together. Sometimes I wish whatever you throw at the wall would just bounce right back from me and hit you right in the between the eyes.
I live to the app. You got upset, left the car. Do you think I didn't just fly back? I'm just taking it in stride to see why it bounced back.
You can say the app, just don't apply it to me right off the bat, just because I'm part of that community.
Don't apply it to you because you're part of the
community. Like as soon as y'all,
honestly, did I do something?
No, it's just.
It's alright, Styles. It's alright.
Just being part of the community by itself is just a whole lot to deal with. Because you gotta come to terms with yourself and
out yourself to family members.
You don't know, yes, and you don't know how they're gonna. Like I said, and I said this 1,000 times, when it comes to coming out and shit like this, people actually kill themselves over it. Because they don't feel loved, or they feel like they weren't supposed to be this way, or
truly come out. Damn, you darkened the whole mood.
Yeah, no. It's about to get darker. Cause see it from my perspective. Me being bisexual. First of all, me being bisexual by itself is a problem. Cause like. For me, I feel like I'm basically by myself. Like, I only have, like, a couple of other people who are like me, who are gay and black. Or, because, like, on one side, you have the white people, racist white people calling me. Like, hold on. I'm just trying to get my words together. Like, at one side, I'm waking up in fear of my life being taken away from me just because I wake up black. On one side, and on the other side, I don't have much support from the black community by itself, because there's not much of us in, there's a couple of us in the LGBTQIA, but sometimes it's more acceptable for women than it is for men, and that's something I really don't get.
Extremely so. That's why you
especially when someone's bisexual, because like they say that bisexual is just a phase for us men to go completely gay. But that's not the case at all. Like, just because I'm bisexual doesn't mean I want to have sex with. That doesn't mean like, like
you're not attracted to women.
One day I'm in love with a girl, and the next day I'm in love with a guy, or I lean more towards guys, then I lean more towards girls. Like, it's not like that at all. Like, it's just that you don't have a preference. Like, for me, truly, it's all about personality. I don't care about gender, race, this, that, and the third. It's about personality. Like, if I truly like your personality, then I can totally vibe with you, then yeah, I will fall for you. And I will fall hard. She's seen it happen a couple of times.
Okay, so.
She helped me out of situations. Sometimes pushed me through them. Sometimes taught me out of doing stupid shit.
Okay, so then.
Sometimes cussed me out for the petty shit I've done because of it.
Yep.
And sometimes she joins me, which is really fun.
Okay, now that brings up two questions for me. Would that make you more pansexual or just by the two gender? Would you date a transgender?
Me personally, I don't see myself dating one.
What's crazy is you can say that and I'd be understandable if
no,
I said
then
that.
Again,
I'd say wrong. Then again,
I'm not that much interested in dating now anymore, but that's just me.
Second question, because a lot of cartoons now, you'll occasionally see a member of the community as a character.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have been more accepting of yourself if growing up you saw more of those characters in those cartoons than you see them in now?
What do you mean?
Like if you grew up with
How about, have you ever watched Loud House?
No.
So Sam, in Loud House, there's a family. Cool. The main character's best friend.
Yeah, one of the sisters was gay, right?
Yes, that too. But I wasn't even gonna bring her. I forgot about her entirely. And what's crazy? I forgot about her because they don't make a big deal out of it. They say That episode was great. I actually saw that episode. That was a great episode. The main character's best friend's parents is a gay married couple.
You could have also used the example of Steven Universe.
Yeah, I was thinking of Steven Universe.
See, I didn't watch a lot of Steven Universe, so I wouldn't.
So.
I'm aware about. I wouldn't know that much.
I'm glad Steven Universe broke the boundaries it did when it came to that and how they represent us, but.
Or even before that.
The problem is, it was only girls, which was, again, girls are more acceptable.
Now, that's what I said. Now, like I said, in Loud House, best friends.
But what if it was two boy characters? Then what then?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Main character's best friend's dad, gay male married couple. If you saw that growing up, would you be more accepting of yourself than without seeing it? A lot of people make a big deal out of it, saying, "Oh, they're pushing that on a child," but most children would know, or they wouldn't even bat an eye at it. And then if they do, I think they would know they're seeing what they like and what they don't like. But, back to the question. If you saw that growing up, would you be more accepting of yourself growing up than without seeing it? Especially it being two men and not, like you said, two women, like you see in Steven Universe, Legend of Korra, Loud House itself, because one of the sisters is gay, etc., etc.
I don't know. I think that's just something somebody has to go through to really say, yeah, that helped me out better. Or people, don't know the difference because they're not allowed to watch those shows. So.
And then let's not forget, they always want to bring it to religion.
Yep. And so, religious parents. So then, I guess it kind of makes it worse if they're not allowed to watch that and they hear their parents talking crap about it. And then they're going through that questioning phase of, am I not? What do I like? And that kind of just makes it worse, knowing that how their parents already feel about it. So, I guess it can just be either or.
If anyone happens to watch this video, later on is going through this issue, this is a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
There's an open safe space.
Oh, damn, it's 7:08, bro.
Bro, what?
Third shift.
Right, you do have third shift.
Oh, yeah, what time do you gotta go?
I mean, I don't have a specific time, but I gotta be back around like soon so I can get ready and get changed.
Alright, well,
So we don't have one more. I was about to say we don't have one more time to brighten up the mood.
We do not.
We recorded enough.
This is only an hour for the podcast.
And then another hour from the last video.
Yeah, but first that's going to cut down like maybe 40 minutes because again y'all talk a lot.
Well, we talked a lot in this one. We have a lot of good topics that we covered, some very gray areas that we covered. So I guess an all ending is, I don't know. What would you like to say?
You were on a roll, and I was hoping you finished up because I was thinking too. I was like, "Come on, Yasmin, give me more time." I'm thinking here.
No.
Be safe out there. Love one another. Do better as people. Bye.
I don't know.
You talk. You know, this move you talked on a podcast since we started this. All I had to do is not talk about wrestling. If you want to end it on a fun topic, do you want to talk about Eva Marie for you? Floor is yours. Eva Marie, talk about Eva Marie. You got 10 minutes.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
Well, then.
I gave you 10 minutes and you said one sentence?
I'm saving it for tomorrow. I got a docket ready. Listen, and I'm gonna put this bitch on trial tomorrow. We're gonna hang this bitch by high noon.
Just so you guys know, we are not at all racist or homophobic whatsoever. We're just covering a lot of gray areas on our thoughts, experiences. Y'all may have different experiences, different thoughts. We completely understand that and respect that. Just
be open to answering questions.
Yeah.
If not, don't you look at me like that, Styles. Use answer a bunch of questions for us. When I say be open to answering questions, that means when you don't want to gatekeep, like we talked about at the beginning of this. Gatekeeping is what makes people more segregated. Our topic is to bring people together. And if people like us, so we can make jokes, we can make jokes and integrate. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I guess
integrate communities together without,
violence.
Yes. You are a very good co-host. I need someone to get these words together without just looking at me with an evil stare, like I ain't been trying to include them in this conversation the whole time.
Bye.
No, I want to see how long. I want to see how long he's gonna hold that look.
We're stopping the video.